Hello and welcome to the Proud Professional series. Today we are lucky to have Dr. Anjali Kumar with us. She is the head and the chairperson at Artemis for the gynae and the obstetric department. She comes with an experience of 28 years within the gynecology section. She has been with Artemis for long, and it is really our pleasure to have you here. Welcome, Dr. Anjali. Anjali, we've heard recently that Artemis has launched the Womb to World program.
Yes.
So we would just want to start with first really understanding what is this program, what's been your space, because it is a gynae department is what I understand you should be leading.
Yes.
So what's your, thing around it?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. And I've been with Artemis now for almost more than 6 years. And about 1 year back, I was talking to our MD. She's also a dynamic lady, Dr. Devlina Chakravarti. And we thought of creating a concept whereby under one roof we provide everything from the most basic to the most highly technical, highly specialized care to women who come to us. So as the name suggests, Womb to World, it's like we promise to look after life from the time it enters the womb till the time it is safely delivered. We actually start even before the life enters the womb, for women who are trying to conceive and not able to conceive. So we have a Department of Reproductive Medicine and high-tech IVF and infertility treatments. And when I say that the life is safely delivered, it's not just delivered. Many times the babies could be born with complex cardiac problems, liver problems, neurological problems. So at Womb to World in our hospital, we have the expertise under one roof wherein we perform the complex neonatal surgeries. In fact, we are, slowly going to be starting a program of fetal surgeries wherein, we will be operating fetus while the fetus is inside the mother's womb. Okay. And, we have in-house blood bank and ICU services and the multi-speciality support. So I actually tell this proudly to all my patients at Womb to World. We promised to give you everything which is available anywhere in the world for a delivery patient. So that's what is the concept of Womb to World. And I'm very, very proud to be part of it.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a good concept. So just because you talked about the challenges that normally you've seen, and that's why you've brought in this concept. And since you've already have a 28 years of experience, you might have seen a lot of cases that may not necessarily it could be within the pregnancy or the obstetric world. But any such incident as a doctor that you've really seen and maybe you felt too hard or you still remember, whether it's a challenging or something good or something that you felt, wow, it's good to be a doctor today,
Yes, absolutely. There are so many instances. I always tell this to everyone. I'm a proud doctor. I feel very, very proud of being a doctor. I feel very proud of what, we doctors do for the patients. So definitely, I'm a proud doctor. And like you said, there are a lot of challenging cases wherein, you actually feel at the end of the day, we did a good job. I distinctly remember this was a patient and she was my regular patient. She was in her second pregnancy. In fact, I had delivered her first baby. And she comes to me in 5 months of pregnancy. Ma'am, I can feel something in my breast. So in pregnancy, many times women do feel little tender breasts and something. So I examined her and I was suspicious. I said, look, this doesn't look normal. And believe me, this was a young woman. She was just 31. And I sent her for an ultrasound. I got a mammography done and we found it was a malignancy in the breast. Now imagine she is 5 months pregnant. And she has a cancer breast. Now it was very, very challenging what to do, whether to abort the pregnancy, how do we treat? Because once you have a diagnosis of almost stage 3 of the cancer in a young woman, these are very, very, fast-growing tumors. So you can't even leave the mother. So, of course, in my hospital, we have all the teams available under one roof. We have a very good oncology department. So we spoke to everyone and we decided that, okay, we'll continue. We, decided what kind of chemotherapy we give to the mother, which is even safe to the baby. Now, it was very, very challenging. On one side, we are monitoring the mother and the baby. And with the Department of Fetal Medicine, we are monitoring the baby. Somehow we gave her a chemotherapy, which was safe for the baby. And we carried on till about 32 weeks of pregnancy, which is about 7.5 months of pregnancy. Then we decided, okay, now we deliver her. We delivered her, and then after that the baby was premature. Of course, we could sort of look after the baby in our nursery, and the baby was fine. And then later on the mother underwent a surgery. So by the end of the everything, the mother and the baby both went home happily. And I really feel all this could have been done only because we had the support from all the specialities, which included the fetal medicine, the NICU, the blood bank, and the oncology. At smaller places, all those things cannot be managed. So this was like, literally you feel good to be a doctor.
I'm sure.
Absolutely. And
that's nice to know. And definitely it's from a patient side, because if I think of myself in that stage, definitely doctors are, a boon in today's time, and definitely it is quite helpful. So that's nice to know. This actually just reminds me, while you were talking about another patient, I'm sure the thing that you would actually have gone through, because, in such a challenging role that you play, and I'm sure the time that you spend within the office or sudden calls that you get, how has your, work-life balance been, or how has your, parenting been, if I could put that in that manner? Because balancing profession and the personal end also actually is something that...
It's difficult, but then it's really worth it. So I tell this to all women that never feel guilty of working. I've seen women are always so guilty. Oh, I'm not able to look after my family, or I'm not able to spend time with my children. But believe me, you are the live example for your children. The children are watching you. They may not even say anything, but they are watching you. But kind of values they imbibe by just looking at you. If the mother is working hard, they imbibe the value of hard work. They realize, how does the money come in? It doesn't come in easy. And this is very, very important for them to learn. And, there are times when my daughter has actually told me, Mom, you're my role model. I really feel, oh my God, this is like...
Yeah. So I'm sure you've given her the quality time as compared to the quantity time, and I think quality time doesn't matter.
I really feel it's not the quality or the quantity of time. Children observe you, no matter whether they say anything, no matter what you say or not say, they observe you. So be very, very mindful as to what kind of example are you setting in front of your kids. And kids observe you. No matter how young or old they are, they observe you.
So another thing, just coming out of this, what is your thought about the young doctors or the gynaes that are coming over? Because you've seen 20 years, you are into the education space also. Do you think that the breed that we're getting now from a doctor's perspective, are they equally serious? What's your thought on them? Anything that you would like to guide them, mentor them?
See, I've been into gynecology now for the last 31 years.
So I should correct myself about the 28 that I mentioned.
So I got into my post-graduation in 1986. So it's like, more than that actually, And believe me, anybody who gets into medicine, whether it is MBBS and then later on MD, is mehnti aadmi hota hai. So it's not very easy to get into MBBS or MD, and by and large we don't face that kind of a problem, because like I said, it's very difficult to get into a medical college and then later on into post-graduation. So we get people who are actually hardworking and very, very conscientious, that's not a problem. But yes, nowadays, there are a lot of other distractions, and people want to explore other options. And but my only message to the young budding doctors is that be very proud of what you're doing, number one, and be very true to your profession and true to your patients. Once you do that, everything will fall into place. Never think that I want to be a successful doctor. Think I want to be a good doctor. That's what I thought. I want to be a good doctor. Success to aayegi. You know what that Amir Khan movie was? If you do well, success to aapke piche aayegi. So you have to aim to be a good professional. I'm not just saying doctor. It could be a professional like her or XYZ. Whatever you're doing, be true to your profession and try to be a good professional. And obviously, you are bound to be successful. There are no doubts about that.
That's really nice to hear, Doctor, from you. And I think that's what is the whole concept about our proud professionals too, where we are really wanting to bring out that great element and showcase basically those things. So thanks. It was a short and sweet, interaction, but I think it's a worth interaction. I really pick up a lot of elements from you where you talked about the seriousness, about being proud of whatever you do, and I definitely agree with you. There's nothing like a big or a small work. Absolutely. There is something good at the end of everything that you do. That's what I believe too. So thanks a lot, Dr. Anjali. It was our pleasure to have you here. And
Same here. Pleasure's mine too.
Thank you. Thanks everybody, and look forward for you being part of the Radio Dwarka journey. And watch the series of Proud Professionals. Let us know if you would like to be featured or want any of your Proud Professionals being featured to the program. Thank you.